Hey everybody. So it's been a couple days since our security situation at Humke that led us to close the school, evacuate, and then go ahead and cancel classes for the day. And in the interim, I've sort of been processing what went on and, letting things settle down a little bit and figuring that a lot of you are probably in a similar situation, made this video to share out some of my thoughts about where, how that's coming together for me. So in schools, we do a lot of preparation for school safety. We do drills, we do advanced planning, we sort of set things out the best we can. But when the word comes, it hits you a little bit differently. It's go time. And at times like that, I could not have asked for a better partner than the Nakusa Police Department. And I'm very grateful for their decisive and proactive work. You have to make decisions as they unfold, as stuff comes up, and you have to work according to those. And it was really just very reassuring to be able to see the degree in which they worked through the process and basically worked the problem and be able to work together. In all those drills we've done, there's not really a lot of joint operations drills that take place on how we work together. And as we were going through it, it's really helpful to be able to work through there. We're in good hands. Now, of course, by having this experience, there's a lot of things we looked at and said, okay, if this situation comes up again, we're going to do things a bit differently. We had a long debrief where we sat down and worked our way through and identified ways in which we, made our decisions and what those were based on and how we can work together better. And, through that process, we're that much stronger and we're that much safer in how we're working together. So one of the things that came out of that debrief is just a request from the Nakusa Police Department for us to share that if anybody has a tip or if anyone has concern, please go ahead and share that as quickly as possible and directly as possible with the Nakusa Police Department. The timing of when they get information dictates what decisions they make, is how well they can investigate something. And we appreciate their professionalism. We appreciate your vigilance in being able to help us work this. And as we continue to do that, we're also going to be that much safer. So while the physical safety aspect of things played out very well, it turns out there was no bomb. It wasn't anything along those lines. The aspect of felt safety, or in other words, do I feel safe in this thing, is still very much there. And these events trigger those questions and those concerns and those worries for everybody. And so this is an area that I've been talking extensively with our staff, with parents, and I appreciate the responses I've seen so far. I love the way in which parents have been talking through with their students and saying, here's what happened in an appropriate way, and we're safe, nothing happened, and a lot of the students need a chance to go ahead and process and talk that. Other students don't as much. Again, everybody's path to felt safety is different for everybody. I know in our schools the day after, at Humke, everybody had specific things they talked about in all of the classes and helped them understand that they were safe, and then did additional work to be able to help meet students on the individual basis. That level of partnering is really what I appreciate about our schools. That level of partnering is of focusing on how we can help people not just feel safe, but that they belong really matters, especially at times like these. Now, if we look at this for a second from the staff perspective, remember that school safety is a place of workplace safety. Often school staff come recognizing this is the world we live in and that we are called on to go ahead and wade through these waters. And so one of the things I just really, again, have to give my appreciation to our staff. They went ahead and put the needs of the children first. They went ahead and helped them figure out where they were. Like Taher approached us, who deals with our lunches. They got permission from the police when they recognized the Humke was still being searched. They said, hey, you know what? These children need breakfast. Can we get in there? And we went ahead and made the arrangements that we could feed our children. So if you're still watching, thanks for putting up with my musings. But let me finish up with my favorite story that came out of the day. So one of our teachers was approached by her student who looked at her very earnestly and said, I have been preparing for this moment my entire life. And what's going through the teacher's mind is, oh no, you poor child. That's your childhood nowadays. That's how you have to work this. And child continued looking and says, watch this. And then did a cartwheel. That moment was really helpful for that teacher because it really helped her remember, okay, this is the resilience of the children we're working with. That really picked her up. That really picked me up. And so as we're going forward, hey, hug your child. Ask them to do a cartwheel for you. Let's go ahead and continue supporting our children. We went through some scary moments this last week. but I also saw our community at our best. I saw everybody come together and then do what they could do to help our children have a great experience. Let's keep working together. We're just going to get stronger as we go. Thanks so much. Take care.